So Errol Spence has effectively called out Kell Brook. He says he'd be interested in a rematch with Kell Brook if Brook can manage to win a world title at 154 pounds. And hey, why wouldn't he? He's already beaten Brook once, so he definitely feels like he could do it again at a higher weight. Eddie Hearn and Kell Brook have both been trying to discredit Errol Spence's victory by saying that Brook was weight drained, by saying that Brook wasn't at his best. And you have to expect that from Kell Brook, because as a fighter, he needs to try and give himself confidence. Enough confidence to rebound and rebuild himself psychologically. He needs to tell himself whatever he has to tell himself to get his confidence back to the level where it used to be prior to losing the fights against Golovkin and Spence. So we expect that from Kell Brook as a fighter. Fighters tell themselves these things. Oh, I was weight drained, this, that, and the other. Cool. Eddie Hearn is also just doing his job when it comes to him discrediting Errol Spence's win. Eddie Hearn has to sell the Kell Brook comeback to the public. So of course he's going to make up excuses. Of course he's going to use the weight situation as a crutch and try and sell that to the public to convince them that Kell Brook is a new and improved guy, 154 pounds. So all that is understood, and that's cool. However, when it comes to the boxing fans and the Kell Brook fans, they're actually buying into all this stuff. They're actually buying in to the idea that Kell Brook wasn't at his best when he fought Errol Spence. Well, maybe he wasn't at his best. Potentially. But the thing that these guys are failing to understand, is completely going over their head, even though it seems obvious, is that Errol Spence wasn't at his best either. So as much as you say Kell Brook will be a better fighter at 154 and less drained, so will Errol Spence. Just like Kell Brook, Errol Spence is a big welterweight. He don't make 147 pounds easily. He's a big man. He wasn't at his best when he fought Kell Brook. He was fighting thousands of miles away from home in a totally different climate. This guy's from Texas. He was fighting in Sheffield in a totally different time zone in front of a hostile crowd, completely out of his comfort zone against the home fighter. If you think that was Errol Spence at his best, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're very, very badly mistaken. Errol Spence, in my view, will beat Kell Brook at 154 pounds in a rematch. Now, the first fight was competitive enough to make it conceivable that Kell Brook could win a rematch. It's conceivable. It's not ridiculous to suggest that Brook wins a rematch. But you've got these people believing the Eddie Hearn hype to the point where they think Brook is basically guaranteed a dead cert to win a rematch with Errol Spence at 154. And it's these people that I'm taking issue with. Go do your homework. Do your research. Errol Spence is a big, big welterweight, and he struggles to make the weight. The difference between him and Brook is that he's more disciplined in between fights. Brook eats whatever the hell he eats. He goes to nightclubs and all kinds of stuff. Errol Spence don't do that. Errol Spence is a much more clean living guy than Kell Brook. But he's just as big as Brook is. Maybe slightly smaller. Some people suggest slightly bigger, but he's around the same kind of size. And he will be stronger at 154 as well. Kell Brook might take an Errol Spence rematch if he wins a belt at 154. But I'm just wondering who he's going to win this belt at 154 against. I can't see him taking the Charlo fight, much less winning the Charlo fight. If he does, all credit to him. But I was one of those guys who from day one was saying Errol Spence would beat him. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, I wasn't alone. there was a hell of a lot of people, but most of them were from the United States. There were very few British fans saying that Errol Spence would beat Kell Brook. I was one of them. And I was adamant that Errol Spence would beat Kell Brook. I wasn't ambiguous about it. I was adamant he was going to beat him. I'm just as sure that Errol Spence will beat Kell Brook in the rematch. Particularly if the rematch is in the United States. If it's in the UK again, I give Brook more of a shot. When he's in his comfort zone, in front of his hometown fans, he gets things more the way he wants them. But will he really be the A-side again? Because last time he was the A-side, he was the champion. Spence was the challenger. If he's not the A-side next time, the fight may take place elsewhere. Errol Spence's popularity is growing stateside. So, we'll see. But I wish Kell Brook all the best. I'm not a Kell Brook hater. But I do think that a lot of his fans are a little delusional when they think he's just going to waltz up to 154 and beat everybody. Because this is what Eddie Hearn is saying, and they're buying the Hearn line, that he's just going to beat all the guys at 154. I don't see it. I don't see Kell Brook beating Jermell Charlo. I don't see Kell Brook beating Errol Spence if Spence moves up, etc., etc. I don't see Kell Brook beating Erislandy Lara. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see it, people. Brook is a good fighter, but he's not a great fighter. He's far from great. He has a lot of good attributes, but defense is actually not one of Kell Brook's good attributes. And that's something people don't really talk about that much, but he's not very good defensively. He's stiff in terms of his back anyway. No upper body movement. Stands up very straight. And that's just a few of his flaws. So anyway, let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.